What if the biggest threat to your future isn't failure, but doing nothing at all? Most people fear failure. But history, psychology, and philosophy all point to a more dangerous enemy: laziness. Failure teaches, laziness steals opportunities before they even begin. Today we'll explore why laziness is far more dangerous than failure, and how overcoming it can completely change your life. Before we begin, if you enjoy thought-provoking videos about psychology, philosophy, and personal growth, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us, have you learned more from failure or from success? Now let's begin. From childhood, we're taught to fear failure. We worry about failing exams, failing interviews, failing businesses, or failing relationships. Society often treats failure as something embarrassing, something to avoid at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. In many cases, failure is the path to success. The real opposite of success is inaction. Laziness doesn't always look like lying on a couch all day. In fact, modern laziness often wears a disguise. It appears as endless scrolling through social media, constantly saying, "I'll start tomorrow," spending hours planning without taking action, or waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Failure happens because you tried. Laziness happens because you never did. That difference changes everything. Imagine two people with the same dream of starting a business. The first person spends months researching, launches a product, loses money, learns valuable lessons, and eventually builds a successful company after several attempts. The second person keeps saying they'll start when the timing is right. They read books, watch motivational videos, make detailed plans, but never take the first step. Years later, who has made more progress? The person who failed repeatedly, because every failure produced experience. The lazy person gained nothing except regret. One of the greatest inventors in history, Thomas Edison, famously conducted thousands of unsuccessful experiments before developing a practical light bulb. Whether or not every quote attributed to him is authentic, his career demonstrates an undeniable truth: repeated failure leads to discovery. If Edison had been too afraid to fail, or simply too lazy to continue experimenting, the world might have looked very different. History consistently rewards action, not perfection. Ancient philosophers understood this long before modern self-help books existed. The Stoics believed that action, guided by reason and virtue, was essential for a meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly reminded himself that every morning he had work to do, not because it was always enjoyable, but because fulfilling one's purpose required effort. He asked himself a powerful question: were you born to feel comfortable or to do the work of a human being? That question still challenges us today. Comfort is seductive, growth is demanding, laziness chooses comfort, success chooses growth. Psychology also explains why laziness is so dangerous. Our brains naturally seek immediate rewards. Watching one more video feels easier than studying. Sleeping an extra hour feels better than exercising. Scrolling through endless content feels more enjoyable than building a skill. This tendency is called present bias. We overvalue immediate pleasure while undervaluing long-term benefits. Laziness feeds on this bias. It whispers, "You can always start tomorrow," but tomorrow has a strange habit of becoming next week, then next month, then next year. Eventually, decades pass, not because of one huge decision, but because of thousands of tiny delays. Failure creates pain. Laziness creates stagnation. Pain often motivates change. Stagnation rarely does. That's why failure can actually become one of life's greatest teachers. When you fail an exam, you learn where your knowledge is weak. When a business fails, you discover flaws in your strategy. When a relationship ends, you often gain deeper emotional maturity. Failure provides feedback. Laziness provides nothing. No lessons, no experience, no growth, only unanswered questions about what might have been. Regret is often heavier than failure. Many elderly people don't regret the risks they took. They regret the opportunities they ignored, the conversations they never had, the businesses they never started, the books they never wrote, the dreams they postponed until it was too late. Failure may leave scars. Laziness leaves empty spaces. Another danger of laziness is that it becomes a habit. Every action strengthens certain neural pathways in the brain. Likewise, every avoided task reinforces procrastination. Eventually, your subconscious stops believing your promises. Self-confidence declines, not because you're incapable, because you've trained yourself not to follow through. The solution isn't becoming perfect overnight. It's keeping small promises consistently. Read one page, write one paragraph, walk for 10 minutes, practice for 15 minutes. Small actions repeated daily defeat laziness far more effectively than occasional bursts of motivation. Success is usually boring. It's built through ordinary habits performed consistently over long periods. Laziness, on the other hand, always searches for shortcuts. It wants extraordinary results without ordinary effort, but nature doesn't work that way. Trees grow slowly, muscles strengthen gradually, knowledge accumulates one lesson at a time, character develops through repeated choices. Everything valuable requires patience. Modern technology has made laziness easier than ever. Entertainment is available instantly. Food arrives with a few taps. Artificial intelligence can complete many tasks in seconds. These innovations are remarkable, but they also increase the temptation to avoid effort entirely. Technology should remove unnecessary work, not meaningful work, because meaningful work shapes meaningful lives. The goal isn't simply getting things done, it's becoming the kind of person capable of doing difficult things. Every challenge strengthens your identity, every avoided challenge weakens it. Think about the people you admire most: athletes, scientists, artists, entrepreneurs, authors. They almost certainly experienced repeated failure, but they shared one characteristic: they kept going. Persistence often matters more than talent. A moderately talented person who acts every day will usually outperform a brilliant person who rarely begins. This is why consistency beats intensity. Small daily progress compounds. 1% improvement every day eventually produces extraordinary results. Likewise, 1% neglect every day compounds into major setbacks. Laziness rarely destroys lives overnight. It does so quietly. One missed opportunity, one delayed decision, one wasted afternoon, repeated thousands of times. By the time people realize what's happening, years have disappeared. The good news is that the opposite is also true. One productive hour today matters. One courageous conversation matters. One application submitted. One workout completed. One chapter finished. Tiny actions accumulate just as powerfully as tiny delays. You don't have to transform your life today. You only need to move forward today, then repeat tomorrow and the day after that. The greatest victories are rarely dramatic. They are the result of ordinary effort sustained over extraordinary lengths of time. Failure may slow you down. Laziness prevents you from starting. Failure teaches resilience. Laziness teaches excuses. Failure strengthens wisdom. Laziness strengthens regret. In the end, failure is temporary. Laziness becomes permanent only if you allow it to. Your future won't be shaped by the dreams you imagine. It will be shaped by the actions you repeat. So don't ask yourself whether you'll fail. Ask yourself whether you'll begin, because the people who change their lives aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who refuse to let laziness make their decisions. Every meaningful achievement starts with one imperfect action. Take that action today. Your future self will thank you for it. If this video inspired you to stop waiting and start acting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment answering this question. What's one goal you've been postponing that you're ready to start today? Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, Failure is a lesson, but laziness is a thief.